Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show on Radio Free Brooklyn. It's a very exciting episode because I have a guest with me that I'm very excited to chat with first time in person, Katie Garcia. And Katie is not a lot of people, unless you're a musician, know about this role in record labels, but the person who basically signs an artist and probably brings someone you never heard about into so many people's lives. And that's a huge thing that probably every artist is kind of hoping for. So it's kind of a cool talent to be able to see a person and say, wow, this music is going to be liked by a lot of people. And I heard from everyone that you really know, to see a person and say this one, that's how their career would look like. And how can you know?
I'm a psychic.
No, really? Is it like that?
No. I mean, it's a mysterious alchemy of, tangible and intangible things.
Yeah.
Signing an artist. It's interesting. It's musicianship, it's charisma, it's stage presence, and then it's all of those other factors you can't quite put your finger on.
Right.
And honestly, a lot of time it's personal connection too. Some people, some artists, when I meet them, I have just they pull me in and I feel drawn to them.
Yeah.
So it's well, if I feel drawn to them, then maybe other people will too.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's just this
How did you start doing that? Is it something that you kind of always did?
I mean, in a way, yes. I have, ever since I was a kid, I had a massive CD tape collection, would always read CDs and tapes, the liner notes cover to cover.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started making mixtapes for my friends and, mixed CDs rather. But also mixed.
So you were obsessed with music?
Yeah.
But
always.
never went to playing music?
No, actually my stepdad is, you would love this. My stepdad is a guitar teacher.
Really?
And he's not anymore, but he was when him and my mom first started seeing each other. And he went to Berkeley for jazz guitar.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's a bit of a shredder. And so he actually taught me how to play guitar a little bit. And I mean, I picked it up, but then it was really hard. I got calluses all over my fingers and I was I don't know if I can do this.
So you were able to maintain your obsession to music without playing, just making mixtapes and finding new bands. And
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Where did you grow up?
In Miami, Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tropical.
Okay. So you were doing that and then going forward, you just went, how did you get your first job at a label?
Oh yeah, good question. So I studied film in college.
Really?
I was always that was my other big cultural thing that I was into growing up was just movies and so I studied film at Boston University. And then when I graduated, I moved to New York with the idea that I was going to work in film somehow, maybe do set design or production design, something like that. So I moved, eventually got in touch with a production designer where I was doing freelance production design. And we were doing a lot of stuff for MTV.
Yeah.
And we did the red carpet for the Video Music Awards, and we did a stage for Mariah Carey, and I got to see her perform and soundcheck up close, which was amazing.
Wow.
And then it was kind of through all of those things.
And you were 20 something?
I was 22 or 23. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was I was 22.
Yeah.
I turned 23.
How old are you now?
I'm, oh my God, how old am I? 37?
You don't know how old you are? That's very cool.
I think it was my birthday not too long ago. So I'm wait, how old am I?
When is your birthday?
November 28th.
Ah, okay. Yeah. And then you turned 37.
Yes. Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Because you're also a mom.
Yeah. I am.
Okay, wow. You're
Yeah.
really doing it all.
So I really, I'm trying to.
How old is your daughter?
She's 3.5, and
Amazing.
she's adorable. Yeah, she's
Wow.
awesome. But yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're 22.
So I'm 22.
You're working in film, but somehow on a lot of like music sets.
Yeah, but on a lot of music stuff.
Yeah.
And it was through that I realized, I was like, okay, wait, I think the part about this job that I enjoy is not the set design and the carpentry and the painting, but actually the proximity to music culture.
Yeah.
And then I started emailing every label that I knew of, that I liked, that had artists on it that I liked.
Yeah.
Just asking them if they needed interns, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Did you have like a lot of music friends? Like, were you trying to be like on a scene of a sort?
I had a lot of friends. This was like still pretty early on when I moved to New York. And so my friends in New York were all also like recent college graduates.
Right.
Mostly from Boston. So it was like, that was like my friend group at the time, was just like my college friends. So I hadn't really yet, and I had been like going to shows and stuff in New York, but I didn't really feel part of like the musical community in New York yet at that time when I first like started poking around at labels. Yeah. And so it wasn't until, I reached out to Capture Tracks, and the label manager at the time was like, yeah, we need an intern. Come on in. Like, let's talk and we'll see how this goes. And we had a chat, and then she was so busy that she hired me on the spot.
Wow.
And she was like, can you stay the rest of the day and help me? And I was like, yeah, totally.
How big was Capture Tracks at the time?
It was
who was signed to?
Early on, it was, so Mike Sniper had his band Blank Dogs.
Yeah.
And they, I think, had already put out some stuff through Capture Tracks. But aside from that, I think the bigger band on there was probably The Beats, which was Juan Waters' project before like he did his solo thing. And then he also did this like Dum Dum Girls EP, and he did this project actually with Didi from Dum Dum Girls, or Kristen rather, from Dum Dum Girls. Mike and her did it together, called the Mayfair Set. And what else? There was like Grass Widow.
Like, if you try to roughly compare it to a label now, like Capture Tracks then was like a small indie label.
Yeah. It was like, I can't say a specific one, but like, but it was like, it's pretty small. But then right around the time that I started, we were getting ready to put out the first Beach Fossils, and
that's how you met your husband?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We met when he came to pick up the very first 7-inch
wow
that they had put out, and I like handed him the box and shook his hand, and
and there was like immediately a vibe.
Yeah. It's so weird. I have a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
And I'm like pretty good at remembering like faces and names. At very least, I always remember the first letter of people's names, weirdly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like that whole moment of when I met Dustin is like so crystal clear in my mind. It's the weirdest thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what happened? He comes in,
picks up the records. Mike is like, oh, Dustin, this is Katie. She's our intern. You guys should meet. And then Mike, I forget how this came up. Like, I was I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about like feminism or something.
Yeah.
And then Mike was like, oh yeah, Dustin's mom is like a big feminist. And I was like, sick.
Yeah.
And then we just like, I don't know, we just got talking and kind of hit it off. And then he found me on Facebook.
Wow.
He found me on Facebook that same day, but waited 2 days to add me because he didn't want to seem too thirsty, too eager.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I posted about these records that I bought and he thought they were cool. So then I was like, oh, okay, this guy's like pretty cool. He has good music taste.
Yeah.
And then I asked him what he was doing and we kind of exchanged.
You asked him?
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing this weekend? And he was like, oh, I'm going to this show. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see my friend DJ. And then I'm going to this other thing, but I'll meet you at the show. And, yeah. And then that was our first date. It was at Monster Island Basement, RIP, which no longer exists. It was a DIY venue. Yeah.
And since then, it's like love?
Yeah. Yeah.
No drama and miss?
Oh, I mean, when you're in a... We've been together for, my God, like 4... Well, we've been married... Actually, this year is our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Wow.
But we've been together, I want to say like 13 or 14 years. So when you're with someone for that long, right, there's bound to be drama at some point in your relationship, you know,
it's
like you're
important.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of important. And like you learn and you go through it and grow from it. And but
for sure,
we love each other fiercely. And
that's
he's
amazing.
An incredible partner. Yeah.
It seems very nice and loving and hot on Instagram. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so wait.
Yes.
So you get a job at Capture Tracks.
Yes.
And did you like get it after you were an intern? Was it going, you became?
Yes. Okay, so I was an intern and I had already, at the time I was an intern and then I was working part-time for a fashion designer in the store in NoHo. Yeah. And it was fun. Like I liked the job, but it was just a job, you know, like my passion was it was clearly at the label. And so I had already at that point been begging Mike, like, please hire me so that I can do this full time. Like, this is what I really enjoy. Yeah. But the label was so small. He didn't have the budget to bring me on at that time. But then the label manager at the time left and she moved back to Michigan and was like, I'm so sorry. I have to quit. Like, I got to move back home. And so Mike was like, all right, Katie, this is your chance.
Wow. So then you became label manager, which is also the person who signs, or like you become just important at the label.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not like, it's not big enough to have each role.
It was pretty much just me. Yeah. Like it was just me and Mike. But I was at the office like every day. Like Mike would come into the office sometimes, but he mostly would work from home. Yeah. So it was really like me, like running stuff. Wow. And then, of course I then had to bring on an intern of my own. And so then I brought on interns and then,
Okay. But what were the first like things that you feel like starting, like, I don't know if that's the term, but like putting you on the map, like you did some signings there that were really...
the first band I ever signed is a band called Widow's Peak. Yeah. And so they're awesome and they're still a band, and they're still doing great and I'm so proud of them. They're just really sweet people. And I found them on MySpace back in the this is how long ago it was. I think they were on either like the Babies or like Kevin Morby's top 8. And I just remember clicking on it and being like, what is this band? I don't know them. And I listened to it and I was like, whoa, like her voice is amazing. This guitar work is really cool. It just like felt really dreamy. And it was like kind of like folky, but ethereal and a little twangy and Western. And I don't know. Yeah, they're awesome. And so, that was the very first.
You wrote to them on MySpace?
I think so.
Hey, I love your music. Like,
yeah, I think so.
And we want to sign you or like talk about it?
Kind of. Yeah, that was kind of.
Wow. Yeah. And like if we're trying to think about a lot of people you sign, usually how would you find them, or it's really all the different ways?
So there's so many different ways. Like, I mean, sometimes like now, as I've gotten later in my career, a lot of people will come to me, like managers or like artists or friends of friends will be like, hey, like listen to this or check this artist out, whatever.
Right. I would think like maybe it's hard because too many people will come to you. So like,
yeah, it just get kind of hard, which I feel bad because a lot of the time it's like friends who are like, hey, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I've taken like 2 months to get back to you. but like there are just always so many like little emergencies. But I've been trying to get better at that, at like getting back more immediately because I don't want to leave people hanging.
Yeah. Is it kind of a turnoff if an artist approaches you and like it's not from other people?
No.
It's always if the music is good and
I
you
think if
feel
the
it,
music is good, you know, I think if the music is good, yeah. I mean, I've signed artists from like random demo submissions. Like this artist on my label Bayonet, Kells.
I listened to it today. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
What's her story?
Her story, she's just like, you know, she sent a demo. She was a fan of this other artist that I signed to Bayonet named Yule.
Yeah.
And she was just a college student who had been making music and was really inspired by Yule. And I don't know. And she just sent us the demo and we were like, whoa, this is really cool. Like and she was like, oh, awesome. Like,
and it's probably so exciting for her.
Yeah.
I love that it's a little like different than what you usually have on Bayonet.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the label is like one of the things that Dustin and I talked about when we started our own label was that we wanted the artists on the label to have like we wanted the roster to be very eclectic sonically. Yeah. We didn't want it to be just one thing.
Yeah.
And so like we've been very conscious about that, about wanting to have like a diverse set of like sounds and voices and yeah.
Okay, and I wish we had 2 hours, but I have to understand. So we'll get into like some signing stories that I'm interested because it's very interesting for all.
Yeah.
But so you had the job at Capture Tracks, then you got to Secretly Canadian.
Yes.
Dead Ocean. We'll talk about that. And now recently, you really had a change of position to work at a huge label.
So it went Capture Tracks, and then Secretly.
How did that happen? We'll try to
I'll like backtrack. I'll like go in chronological order really quick. So I was at Capture Tracks. I left. Dustin and I decided we're going to start our own label called Bayonet.
So Bayonet started that early?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
great.
So then all we had at that time we had Beach Fossils and we signed Frankie Cosmos.
Yeah, just after that it was 2016. So that's...
Yeah, and Jerry Paper. And so those were like our early day artists. And then we also had this artist, we had a couple other too. We had this band Warehouse and this band Red Sea, who are both from Atlanta. Anyway, we had, we're slowly like putting together this roster of artists for our label. While we're doing that, I approached Secretly to see if they want to distribute the label. They, in turn, asked me what I was going to be doing for work part-time as I'm setting up the label, which had never even crossed my mind. I was just like, oh, I'm just going to be doing the label. But they were like, yeah, but your label's not going to be making money until you put out music. Hello. And I was like, oh, true. Okay, right. So I was like, I don't know. I'm going to do go back to doing part-time retail, I guess. Yeah. And they were like, or like, what if you want to do part-time A&R at Secretly Group for Jaguar, Dead Oceans, and Secretly Canadian? And I was like, yeah, totally.
Wow.
So then I did that, and I was part-time for 4 years and then full-time the last 4 years. And then I eventually, towards the end of my time there, had gotten promoted to be the senior A&R of the publishing company. Right, so soon after I accepted that position, my friend who works at Capitol approached me, was like, hey, the president of Capitol Records wants to talk to you. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm not really interested in working at a major, but I'll never say no to a meeting.
Yeah.
So I was like, of course, I'll say hello. And so I said hello, but then turns out the guy is awesome.
Yeah.
We ended up talking a lot about this band, the Swirlies, who I love.
Yeah. I saw.
Yeah. And then I ended up eventually meeting more of the team. I liked them. I took the position and became, vice president of A&R at Capitol Records.
Wow.
And yeah, which was crazy. And it was an incredible experience. I met so many awesome people. I learned I learned a lot about like traditional A&R.
Yeah.
And like,
which I want to know more about the difference between like signing indie bands to like major pop acts.
Totally. It's just different. It's so different it's very interesting. And then at the beginning of this year, essentially the powers that be pushed out the leadership that brought me in.
Yeah.
The president, who I spoke with, and the CEO, who is this amazing woman, Michelle Jubelier. And they, they both resigned eventually. And then, there were just massive layoffs. And I honestly was hoping to get laid off because I just felt like it wasn't the right place for me and for what I do anymore.
Because you do want to do more of like not major label stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just want to sign artists that I like, but if it felt like the artists that I liked and wanted to bring in were not the types of things that the new leadership wanted to bring in.
Yeah.
So I was like, so either way, it felt like my time there had run its course.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just focusing on my label, which is kind of what I wanted to do all along.
Right. So you're not wishing to like, I don't know, do another thing like Dead Oceans or Secretly?
I have like, I've talked to a couple other people, a couple other labels have approached me.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely open to having conversations,
Yeah.
But I think where my heart is at right now is I have spent so much of my career like investing my skills in other people's companies.
Yeah.
And I just want to do that for myself and for my own company. And that's kind of where I'm at in my life,
amazing.
In my career.
What does it mean for Bayonet? Like, what do you want to happen with the label?
I just want it to grow. I want it to scale up. I want to be able to, be more competitive with our offers. I want to make sure that we can work with artists in the longer term. Those are like my goals right now.
What will make like that goal happen? Like, what do artists need? Not to get like a bigger advance from another bigger label?
Yeah, I mean, advance is one thing, but I think so much of it also is just like ideas and resources.
Yeah, to feel like it's like
and like I do feel really great about where the label is at right now. Like I love the staff we have right now is amazing.
How many people work at the label now?
There are 5 of us. There's me, and then Dustin, who's the other, my husband, the other owner.
Is he active in the label or is mostly?
He's active with like A&R and like he likes to make sure that like, he's into whatever it is that we're signing.
Right.
On the day-to-day, I would say definitely I'm the main one of us that is like more involved. He has a full, he has his band and like, for example, right before this, he was like practicing because he's about to go on tour. Yeah. So he has a lot going on. And I know that that's like, it's so hard for artists to do
the business.
To be an artist and then also have their own label is a lot. Whenever artists do that, I'm like, make sure you have other people helping you because I don't think they realize like how much work it is until they get in there and then they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But so it's 2 of us, Evan, who's the label manager, Sam, who does marketing and A&R, and Liza, who is the warehouse manager. And then there's like other people too, like graphic designers and bookkeeper and whatever. But
Right. So good. And do you have a little office?
We do.
Amazing.
Yeah, not too far from here on, in Bushwick.
Amazing. Let's take a little breather before I want to get into some questions I have about signings you've made.
Okay.
But let's play some artists you're excited about from Bayonet.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe someone who was at the show recently, May
Simones. Yeah. She's
I
amazing.
really love her music. And she was here a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was such a nice show. So yeah, she showed me how she was like practicing things from Berkeley and made it into a pop song.
Yeah.
She's very amazing the way she's like making the jazz complexity work into this song thing.
She's brilliant. She's so brilliant and so sweet, and she's really on it and driven, and I have so much confidence in her. And honestly, she is like a big reason why I'm going to get emotional talking about this, but like her and like a lot of the other artists on Bayonet right now are so amazing. And I feel like I was reaffirmed of that when I was in Austin at our showcase. And it almost felt like a vow renewal where like I was like, oh, like I need to put 100% of my focus into these artists because they're so amazing and deserving of my efforts, my skills, resources, attention. And she's a huge part.
Wow. Yeah. What an amazing thing for an artist to work with people who feel like that about them. It's amazing. Okay, let's listen to Inaka.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Sayonara. 僕は田舎に引っ越したいつまらないくだらない毎日 If I'm with you, I don't care where we are in the country by the ocean on a farm. Now I would move to the middle of nowhere if I'm with you. 'Cause if I'm with you, I don't care where we are. Yukuri ikitai kono machi 汚い呆れた汚れた息苦しい大きな街 It's hard to believe, to breathe, to eat. I find it hard to enjoy the little things. In the city I can't breathe. If I'm with you, I don't care where we are. In the country by the ocean on a farm. 'Cause I would move to the middle of nowhere if I'm with you. 'Cause if I'm with you, I don't care where we are. If I'm with you, I don't care where we are. In the country by the ocean on a farm. And I would move to the middle of nowhere if I'm with you. 'Cause if I'm with you, I don't care where we are.
All right. Wow. We love May. So good.
She's awesome.
Okay. So now I want to hear about some people that we all know and love.
Mhm.
I'm obsessed with Japanese breakfast. There was a time when I was really like all the time, but I still am very into Michelle's
Yes.
songs and
Ugh.
music. And I wonder, what was the signing like? You were already working at Secretly.
Yeah. It was really early on. She was the second artist I signed there after.
Who was the first?
The first was Marlon Williams,
Okay.
who is an incredible singer and songwriter from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And my friend Josh, who worked with me at Capture Tracks, actually,
Yeah.
who's also from New Zealand, sent it to me and was like, you should check this out. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, this guy's got like an incredible voice.
Yeah. Labels are being like generous with each other. They're like, one label will send to another, check it out.
He was like, I don't think it was like the right fit for, I don't even remember if he was at Captured anymore at that time. Like,
Yeah.
So I think he was just like, this would be a better fit. You know, like certain artists, that happens a lot actually. Like people don't talk about that enough, but like,
It
it happens a lot where you'll get a demo submission or a manager will send you something and it's really great, but maybe not to your personal specific taste. But clearly, objectively, these people are really talented. And so in those instances, labels will send it to another label and be like, hey, I think this would be a better fit for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ever send someone away and regret it? Or not sign someone?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so many signings that I'm like, everybody has that.
Give us a few.
I was thinking about this the other day. The Marias were one that both it was Chris Swanson and I were interested in them. And we met with their manager and we really liked them. We liked the music, but for whatever reason, we got cold feet. Like we just like, I don't know what it was. I think the lane it was at the time when like bedroom pop was like a thing. It was like a new thing and there was like Clairo and like all of these artists like emerging from the scene. And it was just, I don't know. We got cold feet and and that was one that I'm like, damn, we should have like pursued that harder. But you can't win them all.
Yeah.
But there are others too, like.
But here's the one that
like,
was ready to sign with you and you were like, you got cold feet. Okay,
yeah. We got cold feet. But no, like ones that we like missed out on that we like put offers in, but they went elsewhere. I mean, Snail Mail. I was pretty devastated when I was like crying. Like we were both crying because we got very, very close. Like in that whole process.
And who signed them?
Matador. Yeah. And it was what's hilarious. Actually, this is a funny story. What's hilarious about that is the A&R who signed her to Matador, Robbie.
Yeah.
He like a month or two later was like, hey, guess what? I am going to be Secretly's new creative director. And I was like,
oh my God.
Bro, I was like, why did you sign Snail Mail to Matador right before you left? If you let us sign it, we could have worked on it together. And he was like,
Wow.
I also think it was like Lindsay's decision. Like she really, liked all the folks at Matador and like her guitar teacher was on a band, was in a band on there.
Okay.
And like, so she had a lot of ties to that world, but that was a tough one. And like both Lindsay and myself were like pretty broken up about it, but we're still good friends. I was just like DMing with her yesterday. Like we talk a lot. She's cool.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ever sign someone and regret it?
Oh my God.
Of course. No, like, do you make a lot of mistakes like that?
That's a spicy question. I mean, I don't think I've ever like regretted a signing per se.
I don't mean regret, but like, wow, you were like telling the people at the label, listen, I love this, let's sign it, and kind of it didn't do as well as you hoped for?
I mean, yeah, that happens. And,
it's part of the thing.
It's part of the thing. Yeah. You can't be right 100% of the time. Right. And I think there's still learning experiences from that too.
I mean, obviously, you won't tell us on this show.
No.
But
like,
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Like sometimes you sign an artist and they'll be like so talented, incredible songwriter, but they don't have like the discipline or motivation.
Right.
And like, so that's also really hard for you as a label and as an A&R because you're putting 110% in. And if it's not working, but they're not giving much back, there's not that much.
Can you kind of tell in advance Like, how
that's
do
the
you
thing.
check?
You can't. You only know like once you're like
Starting.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But that is one thing. Actually, one thing that I forgot to mention at your very first question you asked me,
Yeah.
like, what do you look for in an artist?
Yeah.
One of the things I do ask about is ambition. Like,
Right.
how ambitious are you?
Just like that?
Yeah.
How
Like, what are
ambitious
you?
Yeah, what do you want
what
to
do you
do?
want to? Where do you see yourself? Like, what? Like, in your wildest dreams, like, where could you imagine this project going?
Right.
Like, do you want to do this as your career? Because some people,
Right.
you know, are, again, incredible musicians. They love music, but
yeah.
view it more maybe as a hobby.
Right.
And so then it's also about differentiating people who want to do, and even, you know, people who want to do it as like a hobby and not necessarily their like full-time career. Like, that's fine too. It's just good. And I'm not even opposed to working with people like that.
Right.
But it's good for me to know to set realistic expectations for them and for myself,
Totally.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll go to like a nice stories.
Okay.
Okay. So you said the Japanese breakfast is a good one.
I mean, she's the best.
Yeah. But how did you find out about her?
The most like basic, boring way ever. I was just on pitchfork.com.
Really?
And they wrote a track write-up, and I listened to it.
Because she released like
It
a
was
track.
from Psychopomp. Yeah, she had it came out on a label called Yellow K, and who are really sweet people. And yeah, and I listened to that song and was like, "Whoa!"
What's the song?
I think it was it Everybody Wants to Love You, or was it? I can't remember if it was Everyone.
Probably that one.
Was it? Oh man. Okay.
Okay, a
I
song,
can't remember.
yeah.
It was one of the songs off Psychopump.
Okay. And you heard it and you're like, from Pitchfork?
Yeah, I heard it from Pitchfork and I was like, oh, this is cool, and just
Yeah.
like sent it to the rest of the, you know, the
Team.
label partners at Secretly. I was like, this is cool, and they were like, yeah, this is cool, and I was like, I'm gonna reach out to her. They were like, you should,
Okay.
and then I did, and turns out she lived at the time like 2 blocks away from where the office was.
Yeah.
So we met up at Eagle Trading Company, talked for, no joke, 3 hours.
Oh my God.
It was just like instant, like
Was she giving you like hard working vibes?
100%. Like,
What did she say she want to be like?
I mean, I don't know.
You
I don't know
can't
if
hard to
she's,
remember.
yeah, but she, I could just tell that she was ambitious and like
Yeah.
wanted to take it seriously and was like a lifelong musician.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and she just like had this like incredible charisma, was just smart and cool and easy to talk to, likable, like
Yeah.
all the things. And so then, but like I remember even on the label side, you know, I was like, all right, like we got to do this. Everybody was like, okay, like let's wait to see let's wait to see her play. So I was like, okay. So she played South by
Yeah.
Southwest. Actually, that picture that you posted
Yeah.
was from that South by Southwest where we first hung out, like, you know, a lot that week. And that's where like everyone saw her play. I did like a karaoke night at this karaoke spot,
Yeah.
and we did karaoke together. We did,
Wow.
I think we did Madonna, like a prayer. But yeah, and then after we came back, we
Yeah.
put the offer together.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You
Yeah.
become friends with them.
Yeah. I mean, because
Musicians
also
and
it's like it is like a close, like music is so personal, and
Yeah.
you know, you want to have a good connection with the people that you're working with, you know, even if you don't see them all the time. I know some artists, like once they reach a certain level, they're so busy, like
Right.
it's hard to maintain, like, you know, like, oh my God, we're best friends. But
Yeah.
even just checking in once in a while, or like getting lunch.
Are you still in touch with
every-
Michelle?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You both went to big different labels, or I'm not.
No,
She's still in Dead Ocean.
Yeah.
Why did I feel like she got into a major label?
No.
I invented it. Okay.
No. She's on the-
Amazing.
as far as I know. As far as yeah.
You don't think about going back to that label?
To Secretly?
Yeah.
No.
Mostly because you're doing Bayonet. I'm
Yeah,
telling
I
you.
just feel like, I
Your
feel like,
artists need you.
yeah, I want to invest in myself and
Yeah.
my artists, and I feel good about that.
Amazing.
And, I mean, and they're awesome. Like, I would maybe because I love them so much. I love all the Secretly people
Yeah.
so much, but yeah, but I think I'm good at where I
Yeah.
am.
Do you see what they're up to, and you're thinking to yourself like, "That's a cool idea." That's not, or you're like doing your own thing.
I feel like I'm kind of doing my own thing, like
yeah.
yeah, and we got our own team over there, and
Yeah. I had him when Lau was here once. Yeah, it was great to talk to her. Anyway, okay, but another question.
Mhm.
What about Phoebe Bridgers?
Yeah.
It was also was one of the first signings, or
That was, I think, that was maybe a year after Michelle, because I remember at South by Southwest, we were just like following her around, going to a bunch of her shows. And I'll never forget, I talk about this a lot. I'll never forget she's posted photos of this specific show. Going to this show, it was at like a Tom's, like a shoe, the Tom's, like the shoe.
Yeah.
It was like at the Tom's like store
Yeah.
in their backyard.
She was doing a show there.
Yeah, it was like a South by Southwest show, and it was there. And there was just like, like South by Southwest shows, like sometimes you play a show to like 10 people.
Yeah.
And that's just fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. But yeah, and this show was like that. It was like just like me.
What
and-
made you even go there? Like, how did you know to check her out?
Oh, well, we had already been talking to her even before then. Like,
So how did she come to your attention?
she was opening for Julian Baker. And we were actually trying to sign Julian Baker. And Phoebe, like, we were like, who's this girl that's opening for Julian Baker? She's pretty good too. Like, let's talk to her.
Okay.
And so then Phil and I went to Boston to go check both of them out and say hello and spend time. We figured we would go to this classic like A&R trick, which is like to go to a show that's not in a major market because like everybody, like LA, Chicago, New York, like all those shows, you go to the show and there's like a billion industry people there,
Right.
especially when you know that a lot of people are trying to sign a certain artist.
Yeah. But
So-
what was she like already had that people were looking to sign her? Like, was she having any music out or?
She had an EP out. She had an EP out.
Yeah.
And that's what she had. And it was like on a 7-inch that she had
Mhm.
I'll never forget, like she was like selling that as merch. And and then Phil and I just talked to her after the show. And then I actually, right before I left secretly, I was like looking through all my emails, like reminiscing, and saw like the billion emails that I exchanged with her manager, Darren, and we were just like, what is she doing this? Da, 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 da. Oh, she's playing the show. Okay, cool. I'm going to come. Like,
Yeah.
like just going back and forth on that. But and then I saw her play. We saw her play in Boston, and then she played at Le Poisson Rouge, and I went to that, and then she played at South by Southwest, and then that was when like the whole team was like really able to see her play.
And the shows were already really good.
Yeah, I mean, she's always been a great live performer, but it was still early. I mean, like I said, that Tom's show, there was like, maybe
Right.
10, 15 people there. It was
Wow.
like, it was just us and like a couple of kids. Oh yeah, that's the thing, is that there were these 2 kids who had their hands like over their ears, and like somebody took a picture of it. So it's this like perfect photo of like her singing with her guitar and this little kid with the hand over their ears.
So funny.
It's so funny. But and then we had a meeting with her, like the full team, and kind of talked through, more specific like deal points and things they would want out of a label partner, because she already had some other offers on the table as well. And then they ended up going with us. And
Could you tell like back then that it's going to be maybe very huge?
I mean, it's hard. I can't,
Yeah,
I don't
it's hard
know.
to tell.
It's hard to tell. Like I knew it was good, I
Yeah.
can say that. I knew it was good,
Yeah.
but I don't think I could have even imagined like how massive she would become.
Yeah.
And it's amazing,
Yeah.
you know? And she deserves it. She works so hard. And she is like so smart and a marketing genius. Like she comes up with so many of her own ideas when it comes to the campaign, like, which is why I feel like whenever people bring her up, I'm like, yeah, it was her A&R, but like she really
Give me an idea of like things she comes up with.
Oh, man, I don't know. Like even, okay, a good example is like her label.
Yeah.
Satisfactory. Like everything around that label and how it has been presented and like how, you know, it's like, oh, the whole idea behind the label is like this. And like even the website is like this like sterile like office place, like workplace that like Phoebe is somehow the boss of, and like all of the press photos and stuff are like, you know, her in like the office with like a work like a you know, a suit and all these things, like just the presentation of everything is like really intentional and like wanting to connect the dots. And and I was just kind of there trying to help connect those dots and listen to her feedback because she's really smart when it comes to that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is her manager too? Like she has like a little team that is like
yeah. And Darren's great. Her team's great. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Another subject. I want to play music, but honestly, I want to talk to you more. So we'll actually share the playlist. That's a good one.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah.
We'll play a little more, but I want to hear more about working with your husband.
Oh.
Is that something that's good to do?
I mean,
of course it's good. You do it, but it's hard.
Good.
My parents also work together, so I know a lot about family businesses.
It's tough. I mean, when we first started the label, it was really just the two of us. And
what made you even want to have a label?
I just felt like it was time.
Because that's what you've been doing, so why won't be your own boss?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. It just felt like Dustin was out of his deal with Captured. His deal was over. And I don't think I'm so grateful to Mike for hiring me, but he's tough to work with sometimes. And I don't think that's like crazy of me to say. I think he would acknowledge that himself. And I think it was just time for me to, do my own thing.
Right.
And and so then
it was good timing because it was
good timing. And we were just like, let's just do something together. And Dustin had also wanted his own label, but he didn't know how to run a label, but I did.
Right.
And I was like, okay, great. Let's do this together. So that's how it came together.
So you do that and raise a kid?
Yep.
That's a lot. How do you do it when he's on tour?
Oh my God. When he's on tour, it's hard.
Do you have family around or something?
No, but we're very lucky. They will come up and like we have a guest room and they'll stay with us for as long as they can.
Yeah. That's really helpful.
It's really helpful. I don't know what I would do without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you stay in New York?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You're here.
We're here.
Where is he from?
He's from North Carolina, from Charlotte. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. It's nice to go visit.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Should we play you didn't tell me about the Mac DeMarco thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so yeah, you were asking me to clarify on like Mac. Yeah. So the story with the Mac signing is really funny. So this guy, Case, who worked in the record store that was right next to where the Captured office was playing some music over the speakers. Yeah. And Mike walked in the room and was like, what is this? Yeah. And Case was like, oh, it's this guy, Mac DeMarco. I don't know. He's Canadian. And I feel like he had maybe seen him play or like his friends sent him the music or something. And then, and Mike was like, this is cool. And then he showed it to me and I was like, this is interesting. I was like, I thought it was really weird, but good. Yeah. And because his first EP, I don't know if you've listened to it, it's called Rock and Roll Nightclub. His vocals are like pitched down.
Really?
He sounds like Scott Walker.
Wow.
Like he sounds like he's like boogie woogie woman, like very
Yeah.
like low and kind of like yeah.
I have to listen to it.
Yeah. It's slightly different. I mean, you could definitely see the
Yeah.
line to like what he became, but yeah, and so then we reached out to him, and then we did a call, and then he came to New York, and then we started working with him, and he and I got him, and my husband Dustin also became very
Yeah.
close friends. He was our wedding band.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's
I think the song that I
fun.
put
Yeah.
on the playlist is a song.
Still together?
Yeah.
He played it at the wedding?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's listen to it.
Okay.
All right. Still together. It sounds really cool. It's an early song by him?
That one I think is on his record 2.
Yeah.
So his like first full-length album.
Mm.
Yeah. But it was after the EP that I was just talking
Right.
about. Yeah.
Sounds very raw and beautiful. Yeah.
In time she'll see that her and me were meant to be together. And time will pass, it may go fast, but we'll still be together. And where I go, she's at my side, half of my life together. It's easy love, it's like a glove from up above, together. 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 I've had my share, it's just not fair that we should be together. But if it's fine that I've done my time, let's walk the line together. And when she's low, I'll always know we'll always go together. It's easy love, it's like a glove from up above, together. Together. Together.
Okay, we're back just because we have just a few more minutes. Katie, thank you so much for sharing all this amazing knowledge with us.
Oh, so happy to.
It's so
It's been
fun, and I can't believe it's. I think I
it
should
flew
have
by.
you here every month, like doing a recap
We'll
of
do a series.
Yeah. Okay, so but now I just want to hear,
Mhm.
and because you had spent recent year working with the major labels, so tell us a little bit about, because in the indie labels it sounds like it's all about the music.
Mhm.
What about what's happening in the major labels? Like what kind of things are they looking at?
Do they look for? I mean, obviously, like the music is still very important.
Of course.
A lot of the things I mentioned, music, charisma, whatever, ambition.
Yeah.
And in the past, I would have said TikTok and like virality, but a few things happened. One is that I think a lot of majors got burned because they were chasing like, things that were kind of viral, and then would either overpay or have super high expectations, or anticipate that like all of the songs going forward are going to have this level of virality, and then and just like end up dropping the artist, so it put the artists in like a crappy position too. And then on top of that, UMG doesn't have any of their music on TikTok right now.
What was the reason for that?
They just the contract negotiations with TikTok and UMG stalled because UMG was asking for a higher royalty rate from TikTok, and TikTok wouldn't give it to them.
Wow.
And so then they were like, well, guess we're just going to have to pull, the entire catalog. And it's crazy because it's not just UMG, like the labels.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, I mean, like it's like Taylor Swift. Is
Right.
It not? You know what I mean? Like it's like huge artists.
So Taylor Swift is not going to be on TikTok anymore?
She's on TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I don't even know if she is, but
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
But like her music, like you
Right,
can't
right.
like put her songs
Right.
as like a background to
Yeah, like a dance
video or whatever. But it also affects the publishing roster. So it's like UMG
Wow.
publishing too. So even artists who aren't necessarily signed to a Universal label, if their publishing is signed to Universal, then they also get pulled. Like I'm pretty sure like SZA is like an artist like that. Like she's on like
publishing of
publishing with Universal. But so anyway, it's kind of crazy. But so anyway, I feel like now, even like the UMG thing aside, I think majors in general definitely still look at TikTok.
Yeah.
But it isn't as much of a driving force. I feel like,
how much will they bet on an artist? Like, how much do they look at data before and say, okay, they have so many followings, we're doing it? Or like, we think they might have, like, let's take a chance.
Having the data at a major is huge. Like, you have to have like some level of metrics.
What's some level?
If they have like a big like social media following, or like, if they've just like built up their fan base over time.
Right. But like in indie labels or at Bayonet, you're like less.
We're more willing to take risks, I guess. Yeah.
But still it's helpful to have someone who's like has good data, like have following and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, it's always helpful, but the music has to be there. Like you shouldn't ever sign anything purely off of data like that. You're going to be miserable if you do that.
For sure, but do you ever like
rich,
wait for them? No, of course. I know. Okay, we have to end, but next time I'll ask you. But thank you so much.
Oh my
This
gosh.
was a blast.
My pleasure.
I can't believe it
by.
how fast. Yeah. And thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next